Hey up, how we all doing? How the devil are we? It's good to see you. It's good to have a game of football on yet again. Another night of footy. Aston Villa against Bologna this time at Villa Park. We watched Nottingham Forest last night against Betis away. That was a surprising result, a disappointing one for Forest. First game back in Europe, and we're off here at Villa Park already. Sorry, I'm a little bit late tonight, by the way. I had a bit of a nightmare with tea. I ended up overcooking tea. Made a calamity in the kitchen and needed to kind of redo tea again, and it was all a bit of a kerfuffle. So it's my fault, as usual. Disorganised key. Slap on the wrist. I won't do it again, but I probably will. I'm very disorganised. Joe Key, I strongly believe that to get the best out of Voltamada, we have to play him centre attacking midfield. Link-up play was great. He's great in that position. He is a little bit of a Luke Edwards called him a Bergkamp, but he's far more of a Berbatov, in my opinion. He reminds me a lot of Berbatov, albeit nowhere near as talented, it must be said. Maybe in time he could become somewhere close to Berbatov, but I don't think we should be giving him that praise just yet. He's a good young player, Voltamada, and the future looks bright for him and for Newcastle. I like him a lot, but whether or not he actually does achieve or outstrip his potential, who knows? Right, let me sync this bad boy up 1 second. There we go. Come on, 01. What are we on? 0130-ish. 0130. Yeah, that's about right, I guess. Thereabouts. So maybe a second off. B. McCarran, up the Villa. Pup, how's it going? Good to see you. You watching Rangers tonight, Pup? Shelley, Chimey, how's it going? B. McCarran, yippee-yi-yay. Hull tenders in the sky. But yeah, how's life? Let's have a general chit chat. We'll be talking about football. Of course we will. This is an absolutely massive game for Villa. They've made a pretty sluggish start to the season, haven't they? And it's a very interesting team. I don't know if you've seen the lineups. I'll go through the lineups very, very quickly. Aston Villa have made a lot of changes. This is a lineup I was not expecting of Aston Villa. Is this the lineup you were thinking if you're a Villa fan? B. McCarran, you're a Villa fan. Let us know what you're thinking. Am I well off it? They've got Bezo in goal. They've got Cash, Konza, Torres, and Martson at the back. In midfield, they've gone McGinn, Kamara, and Rodgers, and a front three of Gesand, Buendia, Marlon. No Elliott. No Ollie Watkins. They've left players like Digne on the bench as well. Mings, Lindelof, and Sancho as well, of course. Quite a few players on that bench that they could bring on later if need be, but I just feel like this is a really big opportunity for Unai Emery. This is where he thrives in his managerial career. So I've always been a little bit surprised when managers make so many changes for Europe. It just feels like that. Why wouldn't he? Why? Why would he do it? Why? You've not won all season. Pub says Thursday night's a Rangers night. It's got the Steen full of tenants and got the lucky 2003-05 home top on. Nice. And Chimey, by the way, Key, sorry, Salah didn't win the Ballon d'Or. I'll remind you every day. It was so unlucky that though. Like, not even unlucky, just absolutely rigged. Papa John's, did anyone see Key's Ekatiki goal video? Oh, I was raging. Adam, what happened to Villa? They fell off a cliff. I just think it's coming to the end of the time with Emery. You can see that him and obviously Monchi's left this week, hasn't he? Monchi's Monchi's a guy who has followed Emery around a little bit in his career, and maybe Emery's followed him, in fairness. But, they had great success together at Sevilla, and it was expected that, Aston Villa, Monchi coming in as the director of football, his recruitment knowledge would be absolutely brilliant for Villa, and it just hasn't worked out. If I'm honest, Villa have had a really, really poor record in the transfer market over the last 12 to 18 months. They've brought in maybe a dozen players for about 250 million quid. You know, not cheap. They've spent a fortune, and they haven't really improved the squad. They haven't really gone up in value. It feels like Villa have started to acquire players that just kind of bulk out the squad. It doesn't really feel like they've added to the squad in any way, in my opinion anyway. So intrigued to see what you guys think of that, obviously. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think I've got it well wrong. Ollie, what's your 11 in FPL and captain? I haven't even picked it yet for this week. Need to have a look at it. Edward, hey Key, how's things, mate? I turn 21 tomorrow. Absolutely buzzing. Nice. Well done, man. Oh, nearly. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I was saying well done. I was saying well done to the guy running past the fullback there. And Gessan did very well. Very nearly scored for Villa. But fantastic. That's great. Happy birthday. Congratulations, mate, for tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow anyway, so if you're about, pop in. But yeah, happy birthday, mate. What we saying? Alex, hi Newcastle, Joe and William, what's your score prediction? For this one, I honestly thought Villa would tank them. I thought Villa would absolutely smash it tonight, but they've put out a really odd team. And it's making me doubt whether or not I should have maybe backed them. Because they've got Marlon, they've got Buendia. Gessan, I'm still not quite sure on. Bologna have got players that... I was saying that. Bologna have dropped an awful lot of their best players. They've got Delinga on the bench. Thijs Delinga, who scored at Anfield in the Champions League just a few years ago. You know, there's a lot of players that Bologna have rotated tonight, by the way. So it's not just a one-trick thing. You know, it's not just Villa. It is Bologna as well. They've made some big changes tonight. Both teams. But I would go, based off the teams we're seeing, I would go prediction... I'm going to say goals again, like we got last night with Betis. I'm going to say 2-2. I think Bologna can hurt Villa. I can't see Villa keeping a clean sheet. Put it that way. I know. I hope I'm wrong. I'm supporting Villa, of course I am, but I do think that they can't keep clean sheets at the minute. They're going to struggle to keep clean sheets, and they've got Lewis Ferguson in the midfield there for Bologna. What a player he is. William, is it curtains for Russell Martin if they lose to Genk? Mate, we've been saying this about Russell Martin since August, it feels like. He's just hanging on, and I don't know what the guy needs to do to lose his job. I feel really sorry for him in many ways, because I just... Maybe it's a wrong fit. I don't mind Russell Martin as a manager. I don't think he's a particularly brilliant manager, or he's not got a great record, but... I also feel really sorry for him that the world's kind of turning against him. And you've got outspoken Rangers legends like Ali McCoist going on telly and saying you should be sacked, which literally is that's so uncalled for. We talked about this on yesterday's stream, but I really do. I feel that is massively uncalled for. Should you, if that was you, if you were in that job and you had some, legend of the club going on telly and going on social media at every opportunity and saying, how have you not been sacked yet? You need to be sacked. Get him sacked. Get him sacked. That's not going to make the job any easier. That's only going to inflame things. So, yeah, it's not good. Jamie, feeling like I'm onto a winner with my bet builder. You've done well there. Panathinaikos and Young Boys, they've just scored, haven't they? Well done, Jamie. Shelley, hope Rangers win. Me too. And Chimey, Key, when does PSG play next? And will you be backing a Dembele goal? Oh, don't wind me up now. Just any opportunity to mention PSG and Dembele. Eddie Allen, good evening. I'm going 1-0 Bologna. And Joe, we have to start Thiago on Sunday. He merits a start, as well as his pace will hurt Arsenal's attack. Well, I mean, it's going to be an interesting game, that one, on Sunday. I'll be live for it, obviously, but are we going to see Arsenal... Arsenal's away record last season wasn't brilliant. They lost at St James's, didn't they, as well? But Newcastle haven't started the season all that well. It's going to be an interesting game, that one. Just Leo, how's it going, Just Leo? Reese's Footy Feed, evening pal. Nobody on the claret side of Birmingham had spag bol for their tea, did they? Spag bol. I've never had that. Spag bol. Loads of, do you know, there's loads of like really... We're going to go off slightly off topic here because it's a Bologna corner. But is there anything that like everyone's had that you've not had? Oh, Bologna, big chance. Ooh, he was offside narrowly, Jean Lacumi, but that was lucky from a Villa perspective. Shelley, Auxerre, Tomas, Jamie, 8 PM, I think. And Jamie, what leg do you think is most likely to let me down now then, mate? Well, I said, I can't remember what the other ones were. Let me know the other ones, because my other phone's here on TikTok, so I can't even tell you what your other legs were, but the one that I thought would let you down is the first one that's come up, so that shows what I know. Callum the Coppite, Newcastle v Arsenal, stinks of a draw. Both defences will cancel each other out. I'd take that now, wouldn't we? We'd be happy with that. I think we're get a draw at Palace. I think Selhurst Park's so tough to go to. William, I've not watched Bologna this season in this game. Who's the player to watch? Well, for Bologna, I would have said Thijs de Linge. Thijs de Linge scored at Anfield in the Champions League a couple of years ago. Very, very talented player. They have got a couple of other very, very talented players, Bologna. Skorupski in goal is a very decent keeper. Lacumi at the back is a player who's been mentioned in a lot of sort of transfer rumours and things like that. They've always thought of him as being a really talented player. You've got experienced players like Bernardeschi up front as well, of course. He's up front tonight with Castro, another experienced Serie A centre-forward. But I think the real standout player in this Bologna lineup would be Lewis Ferguson. He came to Italy from Aberdeen, and he's just done unbelievably well. He's I think he's the captain now of Bologna. I'm sure he's the captain tonight. Some player though, isn't he, Lewis Ferguson? Fabulous player. Really enjoyed watching him at Aberdeen, and he's just gone on. He had a bit of an injury concern. Was it last season or the season before? A big injury, and it just kind of kept him out for a while, but he's got back to his best. I actually thought he would be a perfect target for a number of Premier League clubs this season. He's perfect for the Premier League, Lewis Ferguson. Jamie Booth, Leon, both teams to score. Rangers over 3.5, Cards over 2.5. Victoria. Over 2.5 in Rangers. Don't like that. Yeah, it was Rangers BTTS I didn't like. Villa, hit it. McGinn. Yo, what a goal that is! What a goal that is! John McGinn from the edge of the box. An absolute screamer from the captain. The Villa captain puts Villa in front. Oh, and do you know what? We've just been talking about Lewis Ferguson and what a fabulous midfield player he is. A Scottish midfield player doing well at Serie A. What a fabulous strike that was from John McGinn, another Scottish midfielder. Very much in the mould of Lewis Ferguson. Really like John McGinn. That was a great strike. Edge of the box. Volley into the bottom corner. The corner routine didn't quite work for Villa. But it's worked. It's worked in terms of they've scored. What a finish that is. About 25, 30 yards out. John McGinn, half volley, drills it into the bottom corner. Ah, it's a great finish. Great finish. And there you go, Villa 1-0. We've had a fast start here at Villa Park. Shelley, oh, you're not changing your tops now, Key. Ah, do you know what? Forgot about that. I'll do it now. I'll do it while we're on. Here, I'll do it. Let's change him. Let's change him. Let's change him. We'll do it. We'll do it now while we're on. Right. I think Malaga. Should we go Malaga? Malaga kit feels appropriate. We'll do the old Malaga kit. Go on, we'll get Malaga on. So we'll have Malaga. How many have I actually got behind me? 4, 8, 12. Okay. Ferencvaros 0, Plitzen 1. Another corner for Villa. Cleared away. I'm not going to put the Villarreal one on. Villarreal we'll put over here for now. Villa stood up to the far post, headed behind. It's another big chance here for Villa. They're starting to build up some real pressure here now. Go on, we'll get Fiorentina back on, the old Nintendo. We'll get Fiorentina on while we've got an Italian team on. Get the old Fiorentina kit on. That can be another one. Should we put PSG back up? I like the PSG kit. It's a bit retro, but I like that. We'll have the old PSG kit back up. Maybe. Put that in the maybe pile. Villa, ball in. Comes out only as far as Rodgers. Claim for the handball. And now Bologna on the counter-attack. Pope Lewis Ferguson, another one that was part of the Rangers academy that we let slip away. Was he? I thought he started out... hey, fair enough. I thought he started out at Aberdeen. Thought he was an Aberdeen Don. United 7, you okay, bro? I'm good, mate. Thank you. How are you? Lisha Key, genuinely curious, since this is your full-time job, what do you actually get up to during your whole day? What do I actually get up to? I have like the school runs and stuff like that to do. Like I help out in that sense. So I have typical sort of dad stuff, which maybe if I was still doing the old school 9 to 5, I wouldn't be able to do. So that's really nice. So I get to take my little girl to school in the morning, pick her up occasionally. Sometimes my missus does that. But I did that today. Otherwise, I'm generally kind of like looking at ways to... I'm either doing thumbnails. So yesterday, for example, I did 26 thumbnails for the next, like, month, basically. The next month of games, I basically graphic designed all them. So I now just need to upload them to YouTube. Oh, Bologna corner. No, he's offside. Yeah, so I did all that. What else did I do yesterday? It's generally different stuff. So like I've also started. I do another thing. I do something else as well as this. This is what I do full time. But I also have a recruitment business ish. Not a recruitment business where I help businesses. Basically, I coach. I do interview coaching for people online. It's not anything major, but I help people out in that sense. I've started doing that recently. Because I've spent 20 years in recruitment, so you can't not do recruitment and help people. I feel like I've got skills in that I'm not really putting to use. So basically, people who look for a job, rather than sit on job boards, wasting the time on job boards, I help them out. So I know what to do, how your CV needs to look, how your LinkedIn needs to look, how you need to approach people, all that sort of stuff. And I help people out with that. Or I do, as Jamie's just said there, I find bet builders and try and make a couple of quid on bet builders. Gessan with a chance. Villa, Itty. Oh, should be 2. How's he missed it? Massive chance that. MT, just watching Rangers, Genk as Bruges fans, still shocked that Russell was not sacked in the morning or evening. And Anthony Lafleur, big up key. Big game coming up this weekend in Serie A between Milan and Napoli. Allegri versus Conte. Who's going to blink first? As a Milan supporter, I'm looking forward to the game. Milan v Napoli, that's huge. When is that? What? Is that a night game? Is it a night game? Because if that's a night game, I might find some time to watch that one. I'd love to watch Milan and Napoli. Milan have started the season really well, haven't they? After a really bad season last year, Milan have done really well. Paul, thank you very much for that, Paul. I've just spotted the... I know you sent some 2 seconds ago, so I apologise. Thank you for that, Paul. Really appreciate that. Alicia, sounds nosy, but it was curious because you haven't got a job anymore, you know. Mate, you know me, I'm an open book, I'll tell you. I don't give a monkeys, I'll tell you. You have to get up very early in the morning to offend me. What's this one? Oh, this is Ajax. This is the old school. We'll leave Ajax. Do you know what? I'm not fannying around with it now. Well, I can't really say that, can I? Shelley, I'll sort them tomorrow. I did say I'd sort them for tonight, but I'm not messing around. I'm just going to end up sat here folding shirts and all that shite. Lisha, this Sunday, mate, 7:45. Ooh, we could do that. Are you doing United Brentford? I am, yeah. United Brentford. Early kick-off Saturday. I'll be live for that. Looking forward to it as well. What we saying? Ollie, is it hard picking what games to watch? No, that's not really the hard bit. The hard bit is trying to make a living doing this. So I'm trying to get to a point where I get sort of, I don't know, I can give some sort of a bit of value to people like Nick Knack who are supporting the channel, and you who are supporting the channel. I mean, you support the channel just by watching it and being here. It's amazing. But Nick Knack and various others who have already subscribed and are part of our sort of premium supporters club, Premier League, one of the first people in that, the Premier League dad OGs, let's call them. I'm trying to find a way that gives them value beyond just kind of they are grateful for the work that I put in. So, and I want that to be maybe that they pick the lives. So I'm kind of up for that. Maybe we have like a wheel. I've got a wheel that I can put on the screen right now, and we can have it so that every time someone maybe, I don't know, becomes a member or follows, or anytime something happens, I don't know what that is yet, by the way, but anytime something happens, whether it's become a member or maybe every week you get to choose a game or however that looks, but there's a wheel that I can put on. I saw it yesterday and I was quite impressed with it. I can have a wheel, like a wheel of fortune thing that comes up on the screen, and you can spin it, and maybe it means we get to put a thing back, like I don't know, maybe we put a shirt behind me. A shirt of your choice. I'll buy a shirt of your choice and send it to you, or I'll buy a shirt of your choice and put it behind me, or you can choose the games for the day or whatever. I don't know. Declan Fox, why are you watching Villa? Why not? Why aren't you watching Villa? I tell you what, Declan, why are you watching me watching Villa? How's about that? Let's ask that question. Shelley, have you forgot to put the chat up on screen? Oh, I've done it now. Yeah, I thought I hadn't. I think I'd just hidden it because I took it off screen last night for the Carabao Cup draw. Anthony Lafleur, Sunday night where you are is when the game kicks off, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. James Booth, Young Boys are 3-0 down. Oh God. F1, if someone was to go for a big job, what would you tell them to do? If someone was to go for a big job, what would I tell them to do? I mean, it depends. This is what I do. This Premier League dad is what I do for a living. But I've literally spent the last 20 years, well, nearly 20 years. I say 20 because it makes it sound better, but it's more like 18. But 20 years thereabouts, helping people get jobs like that, whatever their job may be. So I guess it would depend if it was an engineering job, if it was an IT job, if it was a retail job, if it was a job in... I've recruited for TikTok before and LinkedIn, and recruited for Disney and people like that. So I've recruited for Liverpool FC. I've recruited for Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club. They were one of my clients many moons ago. So yeah, I guess it depends on what your situation is. If you're a graduate, maybe, if you've come out of college or uni and you've never worked before, you've never had a CV, or maybe you've got a CV and you're trying to change career, you don't know, maybe you've done retail for years and you want to get out of it. Or maybe you've been stuck as like a manager for years and you don't really know what to do to get that promotion to level up and be considered, more of a director level. Or maybe you've been a team leader and you want to be more of a manager. You want to change the perception of you on your CV and everything. So it's that sort of stuff that I help people with. I find out which jobs you want to go for, and then I'll kind of talk you through how to approach it, what you need to do, and all that sort of stuff to get them. But yeah, I'm talking shite rather than actually talking football. Ollie, choosing the games would be mint. And Shelley, how's it going? Jamie, my bet's looking nice. Plitzen 1-0 now too. Empty. He does not hate watch even United. It's not like United needs one more. They're in the dump already. Villa struggling to score, says Paul Hexham. And Sam Key, do you think Villa will get to the final? I think Villa and Forest have both got very, very good chances of getting to the final. Yeah. Mark House, Floppy and Verts. He's good. He's really good. He's about as good as Benjamin Tesco is anyway. Reese, in a more than a month, there's only been twice when I've wanted to a different game than you. It'll happen more as the season goes. I'll end up getting obsessed over the bottom dwellers. I know, but you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind watching different games. Like, I guess the difficulty is... do you know what? There's not too many times where we actually get to choose lots of different games. Like, if it's on telly, most games are on telly nowadays. But, yeah, I'm just trying to work how we'd be able to do it, where we can get you guys to choose the games. I'm very, very close to getting it so you can actually dial in, because that's the next step for this channel. That's the next thing that kind of skyrockets us, I feel like, anyway. Where I get, you know, we can get you on, Reese, maybe, and we can talk about Burnley, and we can get Nick Knack on, and we can talk about Southampton. We can get B. McCarron on to talk about Villa. Maybe we can get Shelley on if you fancy and talk about Everton or whatever. I don't know. We can get some people on to have a chat about different things, and people can even just come on and talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. We could do like a little talk sports, like a little phone-in show. I feel like that would be a good laugh through the week. Jamie, young boys have scored. Get in there. Love it. Isaac, can you get me working at St James's Park, Key? Well, what do you want to do at St James's Park? Probably, yeah. Clubs are recruiting all the time. Dead easy get a job at a football club. Dead easy. Sam Newcastle, a Premier League final of the Europa League. Well, we had one last year, didn't we? Isaac, I want to be the next Shearer. I can't get you on the pitch, lad. I can't get you on the pitch unless... I mean, that's entirely down to you. I can maybe get you an office job or a steward's job or something like that, but I don't know about anything else. Ooh, get in. What is Martin feeding these players now? They look somewhat competent. Have they actually started playing alright, Rangers? Well, that's a nice change. Isaac, wow, 1-star review is being left, Key. Absolutely sure. Absolutely disgusting. Couldn't even make me the next Alan Shearer. Ridiculous. Right, what else have we had tonight that I need? I need Porto or draw away at Salzburg. That's going fine. Got Lyon or draw away at Utrecht. Fine. And Stuttgart or draw against Celta Vigo. Fine. Desperately need Barcelona to win against Real Oviedo away as well. Who played last year in the final? Man United and Spurs. Joe, Kia, me and Jake still on for the 31st of January if we're good. Behave yourself, yeah, absolutely. We'll get on, we'll do it. It'll be a good laugh, that. Again, you don't have to come on. I mean, if you want to, that's fine, that's great. If you want to come on and show your face, you can do. You don't have to, if you just want to kind of come on with your voice. Reese's Footy Feed. Even though many people would say that I have a harsh deal in life through disability, as bad as it might sound, I'm relieved that the stress and pressure of a 5 to 9 rat race bypasses me. And oh, sorry, a 9 to 5. Yeah, mate, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's. To be honest, most people would say that, disability or not. I mean, I've got a disability. I don't ever really consider myself disabled, but I've got a disability. But you know, everyone generally has got problems in life. They all just look a little bit different. And most people, some people have it really, really bad, of course, and for them you can only be sympathetic, but most people, the vast, vast majority of us, would rather have our problems than take a share of everyone else's. Because you've often got it better than you actually think. Even if it's grim. You know, sometimes it's grim. We all go through bad stuff, don't get me wrong. Joe, Isak chants allowed. No Isak chants allowed. We're having only respectful dialogue and discussion. Bologna with a strike, miles over the bar. Isaac, game's gone soft. Absolute woke nonsense. That's what we're talking about. Right, yeah, sorry, what were we talking about? Before I got so rudely interrupted. We were going to do the lineups, but we're half an hour in, so it doesn't really make any sense doing the lineups now. Harvey Elliott being on the bench has baffled me. Ollie Watkins being on the bench has baffled me. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. I don't know why Bologna have got Thijs de Linger on the bench. Oh, that was a bit naughty. Villa are in here down the right-hand side. Matty Cash. Buendia got clattered there. He's cleared up the pitch. But yeah, Unai Emery starting games like this. I mean, who am I? Who am I to argue against the mighty Unai Emery? Unai Emery is the most successful manager in Europa League history, by the way. Just as a reminder, in the entirety of the Europa League's history, Unai Emery is the most successful manager. Won it 4 times in his career so far. 3 times with Sevilla and once with Villarreal, I believe. Well, yeah, that was when they beat United on penalties, wasn't it? But it just feels like there's a bit of a, I don't know, an air of instability off and on the pitch at the minute with Villa. Obviously, Monchi's left. Emery, he's having a little bit of a pop at the players as well. As you know, Harvey Elliott came in, and it feels like immediately he's dug Harvey Elliott out and dropped him to the bench for a big European night. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Ollie, what's the age limit to call? Not that I'm young, but just wondering. I don't know, you know. But yeah, 110 is max, yeah. Nobody older than 110. I don't know, mate. I actually don't know. I'd guess you need to be an adult, I guess. Or have the bill payer's permission and all that. I probably shouldn't be saying this sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. As long as you... I don't know, yeah. You should be an adult. Yeah, but if you're 17 and you phone in, I'm not really going to know about it, I guess. So I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to ask for your passport information and ID before you phone in. Like, I'm not selling you alcohol or anything like that. So it's all... But if you want to talk football and you're 17, I don't really have a massive issue with it. I'm not... You know, I'll happily talk football with you on a live stream. But if that's absolutely... I don't know. I don't really know what the rules are. I would guess you've got to be an adult, mate. Yeah, I don't know. I would guess you've got to be an adult, but I also don't want to feel like you're only 18 in 3 days' time, so you can't call till then. I'm not even taking your opinion seriously until then. I don't know. If you're like 13, then no, I probably wouldn't. I don't think that's... You probably shouldn't be phoning in. You probably should be in bed by now. It's a school night. John Steve, good evening. How's it going? Isaac, damn it, planning on joining, but I'm pushing 116. If people are joining mid-chat here, I'm not coming off alright here, am I? If you're 13, I'm not quite sure about it. I shouldn't be saying things like that mid-stream, just in case someone does join. And I'm starting to look like Jimmy Savile. Not physically. I forgot. Shut up, Key. Stop talking. Right, Shelley, Milan v Napoli, Sunday 7:45, TNT. Could be on for that. Milan v Napoli. I'm game. John, yeah, that was interesting, I won't lie. I don't know. Ethan, what's happening? Good to see you, mate. Oh, you divvy. John, I joined at the wrong time. I'm forever saying all sorts of things like that, where I just... FM No Casuals, Key needs a safeguarding officer for the channel. I need someone who'll cut me, like, who'll literally just tap my... Just tap it. I need someone remotely who can turn the mic off when I'm going off on a tangent, and it can just be like, right, shut the fuck up for a minute. Just have a minute. Oh. Sam, Aston Villa v Fulham 2 o'clock UK time and Newcastle Arsenal 4:30. I think there's another game on though Sunday at 2 o'clock, isn't there? Because I'm definitely doing Newcastle Arsenal 4:30, but on Sunday it's Villa against Fulham, but it's also isn't there someone else? No, it is just Villa and Fulham. Oh, I can't really be bothered with that already. Villa and Fulham on Sunday. Might swerve that. Genuinely might swerve that. And then maybe just do the Newcastle game at 4:30, Newcastle Arsenal, and then maybe do AC Milan Napoli at 7:45. What do you think? That sounds like a good plan. Ollie actually thought you got cut there. Oh no, I've got a little button on top of the mic. I can just But yeah, that's the plan coming on as soon as I've figured it out how to actually get people able to dial in seamlessly, quickly, without it being a right kerfuffle. And me being able to quickly turn people off as well, just in case we get... Because that's the other worry that I've got, isn't not necessarily a worry, but like people coming on and acting like divvies. So I'm trying to sort of prevent that to a degree. See if there's any way I can be able to like quickly turn someone off. Joe, me, yeah, basically you, yeah. Basically you. Trolls. Bologna, chance. Shelley, Everton v Hammers Monday night. Everton West Ham's going to be a great game on Monday. Looking forward to that. Especially after that Wolves game, Shelley. Lots of Everton fans not very happy with David Moyes. I saw an Everton fan on Twitter the other day who I followed for quite a number of years, to be honest. He's a very well-respected Everton account. Got a large number of followers. And he was saying that Moyes... He was calling for Moyes to be sacked. I'm not even kidding. He was calling for Moyes to be sacked. Because he said he's exactly the same as Dyche. I think he was saying that he's gone into one of two competitions that Everton have the chance of winning. Not won a trophy since... This was his gripe. Everton haven't won a trophy since 1995. And... they've got two trophies they can win in any given year. So to put that team out in one of them, in maybe the competition they've got the best chance of winning, a competition that Everton, in their illustrious history, have never won before, it's unforgivable, is what some of the Everton fans were saying. They were very, very strong, and many thought that it was David Moyes' fault, that he'd not put Pickford in there. He'd put Seamus Coleman at left back. He'd brought in Dwight McNeil, even though Dwight McNeil isn't a player that David Moyes seems to like. David Moyes seems to be forcing Dwight McNeil out, but he's brought him back in. Irabunum. I had a look at... There was another couple of Everton fans that I speak to semi-regularly, and they were saying that Tim Irabunum is up there with the worst Everton players they have seen in years, which I thought was a really strong statement. But yeah, just a really odd lineup from David Moyes. Like, he wasn't really taking it seriously. Hey, Paul, thank you very much. How's it going? NUFC, what do you think will happen in the Newcastle game, Key? I think Arsenal win that. I'd like to think Newcastle can get something. I really hope they can. I'll be rooting for Newcastle. I'll be cheering Newcastle on, but I really do think that, yeah, that it's going to be... I do think Arsenal will win, sadly. Mark, how's it going? Opinion on Ekatike wage cut. It's not a wage cut, is it? It's a fine. I'm sure that was the rumour anyway, that it was going to be a 2-week fine. And it gets donated to charity. Whether or not that's the case, I don't know. Personally, I don't think that he would be getting fined. I'm sure there will be when Arne Slot does his pre-match press conference for Crystal Palace, which I think is tomorrow, to be honest. He'll be doing his pre-match press conference tomorrow. I am certain that some journalists will ask, has Hugo Ekatike been fined? And, you know, he may say absolutely categorically not, which we then know it's absolute nonsense. He may say that stays between us and the club. You know, that stays between the player and the club, and it's nothing to do with you. Which, that kind of gives us our answer to a degree. Or he might say, yes, absolutely, it's happened. Yeah, he might say we have fined him. But I don't think he has. I don't think Liverpool have fined him. Not for that. It was silly, it was stupid, it was ridiculous, I get all that, but no. I don't think you should be fining him for that. Reese's Footy Feed, in the medium term, Ekatike's red card could really halt Liverpool at the worst of times. Imagine if Isak starts on Saturday now and bags 2 or 3. Silly sod, hope it doesn't come back to bite him. We always thought, though, that Isak would be the starting centre-forward and Ekatike would either be the bench striker or would go off the left-hand side. And I think that's probably what ends up happening. He's made a bad decision there, and that's going to mean, as a consequence, that Isak gets the number 9 shirt straight away. When the annoying reality for Isak was he would have had to earn that shirt, even though he's our record signing and the Premier League's record signing. He wouldn't have been coming in as an immediate starter. How mad is that to say? How crazy is that? Thank you for the follow, says the UK Nightmare. Pup says red card Diamande for Rangers. Ooh, there you go. And Jamie, who was in earlier, had Rangers, both teams to score. I think that one's just ended, that one. Matty Cash, yellow for Shelley. And Ben, Jesus, not one goal in my 3 8pm games. I really need a Utrecht. I need a Lyon or draw away at Utrecht. And I've got Porto or draw away at Salzburg. Bologna with a strike. FM No Casual says if Everton lost players down to injury, they'd be whining about that too. I think, yeah, fair enough, they probably would be. But at least that would be like, oh, they'd be cursing their luck sort of thing. I feel like in a game that is as serious as the League Cup is for Everton, I honestly think if David Moyes had said, and Shelley, maybe you're the Everton fan in this channel, so I shouldn't really be saying this, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the feeling that Everton fans, if David Moyes had said at the start of the year, our team probably isn't bad enough to go down. Like, it's good enough to stay up. We should be, this team, relatively comfortable in the Premier League. So, I am going to treat the League Cup and the FA Cup with such respect that I'm going to rest players the week before in the league, and I'm going to play our best team in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. I honestly think if that was the case, Everton fans would get behind that. They'd love it, because it would increase their chances of winning a competition. Nick46, Stuttgart win against Celta. I've got Stuttgart or draw. Yes. Nick46, hello Key, Magic Elfe, keep the bet alive and still unbeaten, amazing scenes. Osasuna Elche 1-1. I bet Osasuna to score in the first half and 2 to 3 goals. Nice. Well, we've got 30 seconds or so to half time. or 30 seconds or so of normal time left. John Zena, crazy how a Villa forward still doesn't have a goal. 1 goal all season for Villa is crazy. NUFC says, why is Ekatike getting fined? Because he took his shirt off and got sent off. Mark Chiesa, his class, proved it the other day. Really unfortunate for Leone. Reese's Footy Feet says, it was way too cautious from Moyes. Everton will finish somewhere between 10th and 13th this year. Safe by April. But if that is indeed the case, that, you know, even us sort of independent football fans generally think that's going to be the case, then why not sort of concede a few wins in the Premier League? Like, would Everton fans really have been that bothered if they'd lost at home to Villa to Villa, sorry. If they'd lost at home to Villa, but that would have enabled them to start Jack Grealish and start Iliman and Dye and start the best players that they have, would that not have been better? And then they could have really gone for it. Because the only reason I can imagine Moyes started those players was fitness. Or, well, actually, no, that's not the case. Some Everton fans were saying that the reason Moyes started those players was to give them a chance to impress. And the Carabao Cup was their chance to impress. It's half time here anyway. I don't think that's the case. I don't think he needed to play players to give them a chance to impress. You need to play players that you think are capable of winning the game, and he didn't play those players, did he, against Wolves? Right, half-time. Let's change the clock back to half-time. Nick 46, my team, Panathinaikos, are cooking. Yeah, they're smashing young boys, aren't they, at the minute? I've done it again. You can't be saying smashing young boys on your channel, kid. Can't be doing that. That's not a good look. Okay. Coos, thoughts on Igor Jesus? Yeah, love him. And how good is Elliot Anderson? What a player Elliot Anderson is. He is absolutely fantastic. Would love him at Liverpool in time. Mad Pup says VAR check possible Genk penalty against Rangers, who are 10 men already in that one. They've had a player sent off. Sam Key, did you see Oasis in Manchester? No, mate. I can't go to concerts. Can't do them. Can't do concerts, sadly. I wouldn't have minded going to see Oasis. What about Nice versus Brest? What about Nice versus Brest? I don't think Nice v Brest is on this weekend, are they? Nick 46, that is a lesson to bet in favour of your team. Well, listen, if you're new around here, by the way, and you haven't yet given us a like or a follow or gone over to YouTube and checked us out, Premier League Dad, go and give us a like, please subscribe. It makes a massive, massive difference to the channel. I'm live tomorrow for West Brom against Leicester. I am going to be doing more videos. I've been talking about doing more videos for months and I've still not done them. Mainly the reason for that is because I keep trying to focus on doing lives and live after live after live and being live every day, and it's a lot of work, believe it or not. It's a pain in the backside. So I'm now trying to pivot a little bit and maybe doing slightly less lives. Probably still live every day, but slightly less lives, but more videos that I think you guys will be interested in, and just to see how that affects things. So I'm intrigued. Where's Reese? Where is Reese? I don't know. I've not seen Reese tonight. M15-7, how are we, mate? Good to see you. Come on. Right. So I need to upload that. I'm uploading my reaction video from the McGinn goal. can't believe they're saying Ekatiki's going to be docked 2 weeks' wages. That doesn't make any sense. It's not Football Manager. They're not doing that. I'm not having that. Joe, he's on AFTV with Ty making some outrageous takes. And Jake, because those bottle jobs have the tune at the weekend, so he's hiding. Do you think you're going to beat him this weekend? I mean, I hope you do. I'm on your side. I really, really do. I think you've got a chance maybe of getting a point. I'd be delighted if you did get a point. But somehow I can't see it. Somehow I'm expecting Arsenal to wipe the floor with you. Joe, I'm not confident at all. 2-1 Arsenal. Okie dokie. Right, we're very, very near to very, very near to the second half. Jake, I don't think we'll win, mate. We just haven't got going yet. And United, Dolly, who've Arsenal got. They've got Newcastle on Sunday, 4:30. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be live for it on here. So if you want to join, make sure you've got over to YouTube, hit your notification bells on the channel. Make sure you've subbed. Nick46, opinion about opinion, just bit my tongue. Opinion about Elche and their incredible campaign so far. Well, point today against... Well, is the game finished? Has that game finished against Osasuna yet, by the way? I haven't... I know it was 1-1. Or Butland's penalty save for Rangers, maybe keeping Russell Martin in a job. That's unbelievable. Sorry, right, what were we saying? Elche in the campaign. I mean, the last I saw, they'd started the season pretty well. They were unbeaten, I think. I haven't seen much else of them. Obviously, they drew tonight with Osasuna, or at least still drawing. But for them to be undefeated in La Liga is a pretty good start, isn't it? However you want to dress it up. What, six games in or five? 5 games in is still really, really good and to be unbeaten. Same with Espanyol, really. They got that late equaliser against Valencia the other day. They've got Girona on Friday. Tomorrow night, Espanyol. So I was looking forward to seeing how Espanyol would get on. Both them and Elche have maybe been the two surprise packages so far in La Liga, would we say? But yeah, they've done well. A couple of clean sheets as well for Elche. Paul Hexham, I'm watching the Palace v Liverpool Saturday 3 PM, pal. I'll be there as well, yeah. And Joe, I think yesterday was a good stepping stone, though. Listen, 4-0 win at home against a team in decent form as well. Bradford, they did really well against Cardiff at the weekend, Bradford. So, team in decent form. Yeah, good win for Newcastle, that. Liam Manning, how's it going, Liam? Good to see you. And Dylan, how's things, Dylan? Good to see you too. Daz, big up, what's your 11 for Saturday? 11 for Saturday would be the same, basically, as last weekend, albeit Isak starts up front. So I would go, I'd go McAllister, Gravenberch. No, I'd bring Wirtz back in. McAllister, Gravenberch, Sobersley. I'd put Wirtz on the left. Would I? Oh, that's a tough question, actually. That's a really tough question. I think I'd go Frimpong at right back, and I think I would start Isak Salavert, yeah. Isak Salavert is going to be my front three. Newcastle. Sam Newcastle and Jake are saying 4-1. 4-1! And Joe, midfield play was clash yesterday. Liam Manning not doing too bad, thanks, Paul, yourself. Oh, it was 4-1, sorry. I thought it was 4-0. Either way, that's still a good result, isn't it? Please, Barca, 1 goal. Are they still drawing, Barca? 26 minutes in and they've not scored yet. Oh, come on, Barca. Don't do this to me. I think I've got Barca a goal in the first half as well. So that might just kill me off, to be fair. If Barca somehow... I've not. I've got Barca full-time result, that's fine. I've got Barca full-time result, that's fine. And I've got Barca... Okay, fine. I've not got Barcelona to win. Right, sorry. What else were we talking about tonight? Do you know what? I didn't realise as well, in the course of my research in this game, I was looking and I didn't quite understand, or didn't remember anyway. Villa played Bologna last year, didn't they, in the Champions League? I was looking at head-to-heads and I was like, oh God, I don't think Villa and Bologna will have played each other before. It's about 12 months ago. They played each other last year. Crazy. Yeah. Villa won 2-0. So these have played before. Both in the Champions League last year, now in the Europa League. Shelley, are you okay, Key? You got a headache? I'm fine. Yeah, no, I am okay, honestly. I've not got a headache. I'm alright today. Thank you for asking, though. That's very kind of you, Shelley. What are we saying? Liam, not doing too bad, Paul, thanks. And Joe, very impressed with Voltemada's all-round play. Just drops deep from time to time. Cheers, Paul. Hey, look at Paul. Paul's doing the business yet again. You need to vary up your gift game, Paul, so that I get the hats and or whatever. I don't know. They don't pop up on here, but I'm sure they do on there. I don't know what happens, but I want to try and react when they come on, and they don't seem to come up on the screen for some reason. But thank you, appreciate that, Paul. As always, massively, massively appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. Hey, and Dawes as that as well. Thank you, Marjorie Dawes. Marjorie Dawes, Fat Fighters Club. Get in. Love that. Harrison is blue, says Bologna. How's it going, Harrison? And Big Mo Rangers getting robbed so far. Well, they've had a penalty and they've kept the penalty out, so it's not a bad start for Rangers. Rio Ingamoa has signed a new deal. That's good. He has, yeah. Paul Hexham, I did moustache and hat earlier, pal. Did it actually come up on the screen, though? Did you see it? Because I couldn't see it. Cheers for the follow as well. And Liam, thank you for sending that through. Jake, I made it. Oh, I made it. It's banoffee pie. Oh, I made it. It's banoffee pie. Oh, I love that. Pima Karen, look a lot more confident. Yeah, Villa have started quite well. Given the weakened lineup, I'm surprised that Watkins and Elliott haven't started, but it's been a good start from Villa. At least they've gone 1-0 up. Big goal from what's his name? McGinn. John McGinn. Shelley, just checking, thought you were having absences. No, I don't really have absence seizures. Don't really have them. I say don't really. I don't think I've ever had one. I might have, I just don't notice. But I've never had one, I don't think. But the stuff you have to take the meds that you'll know maybe better as much as I do, Shelley, the stuff you have to take, they do give you like mind fog and stuff like that. So sometimes when I'm talking, I will like zone out and I'll be like, what the fucking hell was I talking about then? R.I.P. Billy Viger. Yes, I was going to say that. I was going to mention that. Poor lad died playing football for, was it Chichester? Former Arsenal Academy player. Only a young man, 21 years of age, I believe. Very, very sad. I mean, always sad when anyone at that age... Well, it's always sad when anyone dies. Always sad when someone young dies. When they've got all the life in front of them. Like, I'm sounding like an old man here now. I'm only in my 30s. I'm not old. But it's always really, really sad when you hear someone that young has passed away. Especially just, playing a game of football. Sad. Really, really sad. So, yeah, massive condolences go out to the family of Billy Viger. And Paul Hexham, yeah, I saw it. I'll try another so you can see if you see it too. And Tom, sorry for mentioning it before you do. No, Tom, listen, no problem, Tom. Absolutely no problem. Good to have you in the live as well, mate. Absolutely appreciate you mentioning it. I completely forgot about it. I remember seeing it just before I came on the live, and I meant to say something. We talked about... hey, there you go. I can see it now. I can see it. Cheers for that. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I meant to bring it up because we talked about obviously the Liverpool manager, the Liverpool women's manager, and everything that happened over the last couple of days. And yeah, it's sad. Very sad. B. McCarran, Watkins played pathetic against Sunderland. Still back him though. Still a Villa legend, isn't he? Ollie Watkins. But a massive thank you anyway for everyone that sent the likes through, the gifts. Cheers, Liam. Thank you again. If you can give us a like and a share, it always massively appreciated. Oh my God, look at that. Champions League football. Way! Tom, do you sell the shirts behind you? I don't sell the shirts. They're not there for that reason. But I've got a lot of shirts, mate. I've got a load of shirts. Like literally, the full room here is just football shirts, old football shirts, shirts from clubs all over the world. But I'm not here to sell them. That's not what I do. I'm just watching games of football, to be honest. But I'm really sad, and I like collecting shirts. So whenever I see one, if it's a new one that's just come out, like I love the new Port Vale one. I really want to get this season's Port Vale kit. So I really want to get that. I quite like Napoli's away kit as well this year. So I'm hoping to get that one as well. Oh, you don't have to say sorry, Tom. No, you don't have to say sorry at all, mate. I have all City shirts. Nice. I've got an old City shirt as well. One of the old IDOS shirt. Real Oviedo have scored. Reina. Real Oviedo 1, Barcelona 0. That's a very, very bad goal for me. That is an incredibly bad goal for me. I desperately need Barcelona to win in that one. Right, we're off for the second half here at Villa Park. Villa 1, Bologna 0. Bologna, you're going to have to start this one fast. Tom looked so good in the black. Really like the black shirt. Yeah, City have had some really good shirts. Really good away shirts as well. Sam Key, I'm getting a cat and I need a name. Can't think of anything. It should be a girl name. Girl name for a cat. What about Selena? I only say Selena because isn't Selena Kyle the name of Catwoman in the Batman film? Bologna with a strike from outside the area, straight at Bezo. Yeah, maybe Selena. Selena would be cool. Katzuma. Yes! Katzuma. Oh, I'd have to call it Katzuma. Katzuma would be the one. Mad Pup says Stain refilled with the Jack Daniels on standby. Yeah, love a bit of JD. B. McCarran Rogers should have put the chance away earlier before McGinn slotted it. And Shelley, I'd been looking for the away Everton shirt 1992 for over a year. My original one got damaged. Finally found one for sale today. Oh, excuse me. Everton 1992 kit. Ooh, yeah, that is a nice one. The old NEC shirt. I thought the blue, the 95 blue NEC shirt was nice. Razine, blunder mistake by Juan Garcia, but he is forgiven. Razine, are you watching the game? Can you tell me if Barca are playing well enough that they'll win it? Have they started a decent team? Are you still confident that you win the game? Because I desperately need Barca to win tonight. Pup, yep, that's where my head went. Thoughts, was thinking Michelle. Yeah, well, that would be my shout anyway. Selena Kyle was the Catwoman. Hey, thank you for that, Liam. Mark Russell Davis, Rangers getting effed by officials as per. And looking at the stats, it looks like Barca will turn it around. Hopefully so. Desperately need Barca to turn it round. Important to remember, though, tonight, by the way, that Bologna are here by virtue of the fact that they won the Coppa Italia last year. They haven't won a trophy in, or they hadn't won a trophy in, like, 50 years. Bologna are the equivalent, I guess, of Newcastle in Serie A. They haven't won a trophy in about 50 years until they'd won the Coppa Italia. Beating, was it AC Milan in the final they beat? Oh, Bologna down the right-hand side again. They're getting chances early in the second half, you know. They started quite well, Bologna. Villa on the ropes a little bit. Easy win for Newcastle Sunday, says Liam. And Mark Russell Davis, should VAR be binned? I've only ever heard of a ref going to the monitor for a decision. Well, no, I think you need VAR. I have no problem with VAR. I just feel like we need to set the expectation that it's not 100% right all the time. It's still going to be... referees aren't going to be immune to making bad decisions. And I think it is right that we only use it in times where there has been a huge miscarriage of justice, basically. Like, I would be all for teams having a limited number of VAR calls. Maybe a limited number of VAR calls throughout the season or something like that, or because you couldn't have a number throughout the... Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, that's not going to work either. Razine, we are confident that we can pull a comeback, but now they are playing 10 men behind the ball. That makes it so much difficult. We didn't expect this type of approach from Oviedo. It's been a great start to the game. Come on, Barca. We need Barca. Paul Hexon, VAR still has human error. This is it. I have such sort of sympathy with referees because I think to myself, these guys get very little money ultimately. They get so much stick, so much grief. They get death threats. They get all sorts because they are willing to put their neck on the line. Chance for Bologna. Oh, big chance. Cleared away. Yeah, they put the neck on the line and make a decision in a snapshot, like a split-second decision, with their eyes, with the naked eye, sometimes 50 yards away from where the things happened, and they have to make a decision like that. And days later, after we've had dozens of replays and we talk about it, even we can't really figure out whether it's the right decision or not. So if we can't do it, then Paul, who just sent you a donut key? I think it was Liam. I don't know. I've just had Liam's just done one. I assume it was Liam. If it was Liam, thank you. I appreciate it. Both of you. Very, very kind of you. Mark Russell Davis, I like the same as NFL or tennis. And Papa John's just waiting for Key to shout, goal Ekatike again. Well, I'm not going to be saying that until maybe Galatasaray. That's the next time we'll get to see Ekatike. Galatasaray in the Champions League next week. Pope talking about kit wish list. Chelsea's away 94-96. Not a huge fan of grey tops, but love that template. Was that the was it Cause? What was the? I remember that was like grey and orange, wasn't it? Grey, blue, and orange. There's a claim for a penalty here from Bologna. Don't think you're going to get that, Lewis Ferguson. Hate that Celtic had a better version at the same time, but in black. Chelsea's away, 94-96. Yeah, that was when Ruud Gullit first came, wasn't it? Yeah, Cause. I wasn't a lover of that one. I liked the earlier Chelsea grey kit. Chelsea grey kit, 90s. I think there was another one that was very similar to that. If I was ever going to get a Chelsea kit, it would be the Auto Glass one. The 1998 Chelsea Auto Glass kit, and I would never ever wear any other Chelsea. To be honest, I won't wear a Chelsea kit anyway. I draw the line at Premier League kits. Paul Hexham, you just had a pirate hat on. I think it's funnier that I'm just like talking away. I'm not even realising, to be honest. But thank you, massive thank you again. I really do appreciate it. You don't have to. It's very nice of you, and I really do appreciate it. I'm not in any way saying stop, but you don't have to. I really do appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Mark Robertson, what odds Liverpool to go unbeaten in the Prem? What odds Liverpool to go unbeaten in the Prem? Probably 20-30 to 1, maybe. Dylan, auto glass repair, auto glass replace. Oh, some cracking adverts back in the day. Paul, it wasn't me, Keith. And Papa John's, remember the old pink Juve Sony kit? Hey, there you go. I saw that one. I saw the little star. Like the little Mario star. Mark Russell Davis, you get 3 lives. You call for it. If you don't get it, you lose a life. If you do, you don't lose a life. It's like a game show, innit? If you did that with VAR. Salzburg 1, Porto 0. Porto killing me here. Porto and Barcelona are absolutely ruining my life here. Ratkov with the goal. Yeah, Ratkov. What a surprise. Mark Robertson. Loved the green Adidas Liverpool with the large 3 stripes on one shoulder. The large 3 stripes on one shoulder. Large green Adidas. Oh, I know the one you mean. The white. Yeah, no, I know the one you mean. We had a few like that, to be fair, back in the day. I've got basically every Liverpool kit. Going, certainly, I would say maybe in the Premier League era. Near enough. Including the dark years, the really dark years, where we didn't really win an awful lot. We had some very bad kits. Villa really struggling here now down this right-hand side. They're not really able to get a grip on the game. Had candy on it, yeah. Yeah, green, and then they had the white stripes there, didn't they? Right, Sancho and Watkins about to come on for Villa. Hey, Salzburg's goal's been ruled out. Salzburg and Porto still 0-0. And Liam Manning has Cash been Villa's best player this season so far. There's so many Villa fans who were telling me Matty Cash needs to go. They need to get rid of him. He's been a really shocking player for him in the last year, but he has started alright, hasn't he? He's done okay. He's recovered alright. Poland's finest, Matty Cash. Hassan Hersi, Watkins and Sancho coming on. I wonder if Bologna will be making any changes soon. I mean, we're getting up to the sort of the 60th minute now, coming up to the hour mark. It feels like the time when most managers do start to make changes and think about... And, you know, Bologna's manager, by the way, who has the most Italian name ever. By far the most Italian sounding name ever. Vincenzo Italiano. That is genuinely the Bologna manager's name. Vincenzo Italiano is the Bologna manager, and I feel like, yeah, you can only say that while going like that. Vincenzo Italiano. Matt Robertson, which one do you like at the moment? Which Liverpool kits? Probably the green one. I have got it. You know, it's yeah, the new green kit. I like that. I like the green kit. That's probably one of my favourites. I like the white one. I like all of them this year. This year's kits are probably the all-time favourites, genuinely. Liam Manning, is he Italian? Oh, Paul. As if you've just done that. Mamma mia. There he is. Cheers, Paul. Yeah, I think he is ever so slightly Italian. He might have a little bit of heritage on his mum's side. Okay, long throw from Villa. And Bologna down the right-hand side. First real chance that Bologna have had in this second half to break forward, I guess. It's been a bit of a disjointed second half, hasn't it? Has anyone been disappointed as well by... Oh, that's poor. Who was that who gave the ball away there? Gessand, was it? That's poor. Villa are losing the ball far too easy in the middle of the park. Lucky for them, the ref gives them a free kick against Remo Freuler, the ex-Nottingham Forest midfielder Remo Freuler. Yay! Ah, here he is. How's Reese? Cheers for sharing the live, Reese. We was having some people ask about you before, where you was. Jake was saying, where's Reese as he left for the night? Oh my god. Oh my god. Rangers 0, Genk 1. Cheers, Liam. Thank you for that, man. Yeah, Rangers 0, Genk 1. Oh Kyong-gyu with the goal. Reese, they just wanted to banter me about Sunday. Yeah, there was. Jake was just saying he thinks that yeah, that's where you've gone tonight. You've ran away from it. You've ran away because you know you're getting beat on Sunday. What was the goal like, Pup? Had to be former Celtic player. Is it really? Is he actually a former Celtic player? I know they've had a fair few South Koreans, but I didn't know he'd play for them. Bologna, big chance, great block from Matty Cash again. Villa's right back, really putting himself on the line there. Great defensive play from Matty Cash. Gets a big block at the back post, and I think it might even be a goal kick. Yeah. Well done, Matty Cash. Reece, Villa have been poor. I can't believe of all the teams that are letting me down at the minute, it's Barcelona. Everyone is playing really, really well, but Barcelona at the minute are absolutely killing me. There's a VAR check in progress at Lyon. And I think there might be a goal at Lyon. I think there may be a goal. Is there a goal? Utrecht against Lyon. Hopefully, we have a goal. Is there still a VAR check in progress here or what? I don't think there is. I think it's been ruled out. Leon, yes. What? What's happened with Leon? What's happened with Leon? Someone tell me what's going on with Leon. Pup says, damn, commentators, Rangers have a conic hill size to climb. I don't know, Jeff. What's going on with Leon? Right, come on, let's go and have a look. Christ. It said that there was a VAR check. And it's still saying there's a VAR check. But I don't really know what channel it's on. No, that's Salzburg, so I don't want that one. Is it TNT Sports 7? Yeah, Utrecht and Leon, TNT Sports 7. There's lots of subs coming on here for Leon. Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I think it's been ruled out, whatever it was. Whatever it was, it's been ruled out. So we're back to Villa and Bologna now, anyway. Right, well, Villa are winning. Stuttgart are winning. Barcelona are losing. And I need Utrecht and Leon to be at least a draw. Come on, Villa. Hit it! Oh, finish him off. And now Bologna on the counter-attack. This is dangerous here for Villa. Shelley, it says Leon 0-0. It is 0-0, but there was a check. There was a VAR check. And Young Boys 1, Panathinaikos 4. Zaroury with the goal. Isn't he ex-Burnley? Anas Zaroury. It is. He is indeed. Did very, very well at Burnley. So yeah, Anas Zaroury has scored for Panathinaikos against Young Boys. Fruit Friends, cheers for that, thank you. Zach Martin says too many begs, still on here. Why is it still saying VAR check in progress in the Lyon game? That's got to be the longest VAR check ever. It's not a VAR check. Pup says, for those who are confused, Conic Hill is next to Loch Lomond. I didn't know that. I thought Conic Hill was one of them things that people sat on at Wimbledon, like Henman Hill. Hey, I've got a chick on my head. I did have a chick on my head. Cheers for that. Reece, don't be talking about Young Boys with your track order off-the-cuff comments, Key. Mate, I said it before. I said Young Boys getting smashed before, and someone was like, you shouldn't really be saying that on here. Hassan Hersey says, penalty. Penalty to who? Penalty to who? Who's got a penalty? There's a penalty. But who to, Chris Kamara? Is it a Villa penalty? Oh, I was looking for a penalty somewhere else. That's a nailed-on penalty, that. That's a nailed-on penalty. For Ollie Watkins, I can't believe I missed it. Oh, he just cuts across him. That's a clear as day penalty, that. Villa 2-0, this should be. Come on. Gotta be 2-0. It's a nailed-on penalty. Is he going to go and check it? Lewis Ferguson screaming here saying that he shouldn't. There is a VAR check. There is a VAR check on this one. I would be astonished if this one gets overturned. Because that looked like a clear as day penalty. Clear as day. Crystal clear. How is that not a penalty? Stuttgart have scored a second. Stuttgart 2. Celta Vigo 0. And we're on for Villa here to make it 2-0 themselves. Right, come on, Villa. Ollie Watkins steps up to take the penalty to kill this game off and secure Villa's first win of the season. Can he do it? Villa legend, Ollie Watkins. Up he steps. Ollie Watkins, right-footed. He saved it! Oh, you absolute donut. You absolute donut. He's shite him. He's absolutely shocking. Oh, how many times have we said Villa should have sold him? They should have sold him to Arsenal in January. 60 million quid. That'd have been a rip-off. He's shocking him. Penalty miss from Ollie Watkins. That's a shocking penalty. Watkins comes on, takes a penalty, misses a penalty. Absolutely shocking. Straight at the goalie. Telegraphed it. Told him where he was going to put it. Shocking. VAR currently checking the goal at Stuttgart to see if they go 2-0 up tonight. Was it a penalty? Was the Villa penalty due to offside, not for the check? I thought it was because of him just being... I thought he just stumbled into him a little bit. FM No Casuals, there's some bang average sides in Europa, like, and Liam Wise-McGinn not taking it. Ozzy Osbourne forever. Have you seen the new Everton Academy player? Yes, I have. Yeah, top player. He looks like a really talented young man. Ryan, he's actually fallen off so much. And FM No Casual, so many players can't even take a pen these days. It's well dodgy. Daniel Birkby, what's Villa's attendance like? Looks decent. I can't see too many empty seats. And Jamie, bet to let down, need BTTS in the Lyon game. Yeah, that ain't happening. That one's gone to the dogs. You're never getting both teams to score in that one. I'm so gutted, you know, because I had so close to getting. I might have to cash them too, because they're all doing so well. I can't. I'm leaving it. B. McCarran, don't understand why he is on them. And Reese's footy feed, that's like my penalties in power chair football. All the power, no direction. That's great. That's fantastic. To be honest, that one, I don't really understand why he went down the middle with it. That's so mad. Pope says Gassama just wide, 64 minutes, and that's the closest we've had. Russell Martin has to go after tonight, doesn't he? Surely. Paul, Arsenal player Billy Viger dies in horror collision. Yeah, it was during a game, apparently. It was allegedly, I don't know how accurate this is, so I don't... But from what people were saying on socials when I saw it, that he was playing a game for Chichester United, I believe, and there was some sort of a collision with the advertising hoardings or the barriers around the pitch. There was quite a heavy barrier around the edge of the pitch, whatever it was, whether it was advertising hoardings or I don't know, whatever it was. And he's had a collision with that, and that's unfortunately, taken his life. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Shelley, Bologna nearly scored. It was. I don't know about nearly scored. It was a good ball in though. Good block that from Bezo. I actually feel like he's had a decent start to the season, the Villa keeper. I know, don't get me wrong, Villa have started pretty poorly, but I feel like he's had a half decent game for him. And a half decent start since he's come in. Nick says the end on Stuttgart 2-0. Do I wait for Barca remontada? Well, that's what I am. I'm putting everything on Barcelona to win, which seems like a foolish thing to do, but I'm backing Barca. Yeah. Leon. Have Leon scored? Please, Leon. Have Leon scored? Come on. Stick it away, Leon. I think Leon might have scored. Leon have scored! It's Utrecht 0, Leon 1. Yes! Get in there, Leon. That is what we wanted. A Leon goal. That is massive. A Leon goal at Utrecht. Get in there. That is what we needed. And Genk have got a second at Rangers. It's 2-0 to Genk. 2-0 to Genk. 1-0 to Leon. Tessman with the goal. Tanner Tessman. The USA midfielder who's just come in. And it's another goal for Oh Hyung-yu for Genk. Another goal from the ex-Celtic player. Oh Hyung-yu. Oh, again. Digne coming on for Villa now. That's massive. Reese, it wasn't even an advertisement board or a post key. It was a wall. A wall. Oh, God. Poor fella. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. Poor lad. Liam Manning, get on the Genk bus. Well, Genk have gone 2-0 up, and I think that might well be the end for Russell Martin's tenure as Rangers manager. Very sadly. Again, he started really, really poorly. I don't really feel like there's an awful lot to say other than he's had his chance and it hasn't quite worked out. Pup, offside. Offside for Genk, is it? Has it been ruled out? It is being VAR'd. They are taking a look at it, which is very big. Like sugar on my tongue. Right, come on, here we go. I need a Bologna. Well, and ideally I need a Villa clean sheet here. Bologna chance! Side netting, unlucky. Rangers have survived to a degree. Rangers 0, Genk 1. The goal's been ruled out for offside. So that one, Rangers live to fight another day. I think when this game goes off, I'm switching over to Barcelona. Joe, banging music taste, Kate. Joe, it's not even music taste. It's just I keep hearing it on TikTok. I keep hearing it. And it's not even me, to be honest. It's me missus. She sends me this stuff and says, like, oh, like, should I do something like this? Or, because obviously she does the TikTok stuff as well. Should I do something like this? Or, do you reckon we could do this, like, couples video or whatever? I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like, cringing hell. Bad enough me doing this, but yeah, she keeps sending me them ones and goes, what do you think? Liam went into a coma and the brain injury. Poor lad. Fucking yeah, it's never that. I mean, surely there's got to be some sort of a safety concern with that. How? How is that happening? How is there just like... Because especially as it gets into winter, and it's, it's, well, even just any time of year in England, really, it's always raining, the pitches are always wet and slidey, and if you've, if you've been sprinting full pelt and then you lose balance or you get tackled and then you slide off the pitch, people do get hurt quite a lot. Them walls and advertising hoardings, they don't move. They're very solid, so it's not something maybe that the clubs need to look at, because they do have them in rugby, don't they? They have them like pads all around the pitch, so if you do come off the pitch as you're sliding, because inevitably they are sliding there, aren't they, in the past the try line, they do often have like, well, they have them, don't they, around the posts. They have them around the posts on the pitch, on the posts, because the players are diving and they're forever getting bashed into the post. So they've got pads there. Maybe it's something that football needs to look into. I know they don't want to, because Christ, that would mean taking away precious advertising boards, and that's advertising space and therefore money. That's a hard sell, isn't it, in a boardroom, to be able to go to a board and say, listen, can we not sell advertising money for around the pitch? Can we, especially if you're a small club and you're reliant on that money to a degree, can we not have that, and can we instead think of the players' safety and have, pads all around the pitch or something like that? It's very, very sad, but hopefully it's something that doesn't happen again. Hassan says Leon leading Utrecht, yeah. Tessman with the goal. And Reese's Footy Feed says Rangers are pish. And Russell Martin would appear to be to a clueless wee barstool. Think he's had his last fried Mars bar the new. Pup says the decision has finally gone Rangers' way. And Joseph Laney says, is it still 1-0 to the Villa? It is indeed, yes, Joseph. It is indeed. Reese, if there's an actual wall around the pitch, it's a miracle that such a tragedy has never occurred there before now. God bless him. Yeah. Concrete wall, apparently. Reese has just said he saw a picture of it, so... very sad. And sad that it takes something like that happening for, clubs to take notice, I guess. Because surely by now, you would have imagined that clubs would have happened. Shelley, did he play rugby or footy? He played footy. I'm sure it was for Chichester Town Football Club. He was non-league, and he was playing for Chichester Town. And yeah, there's a badly or poorly placed concrete wall next to the pitch, and he's skidded off it or whatever, it's mad. Reese, it's not even the first time it's happened before, Keith. I was going to say that was my next point. Surely it can't have been the first time that has happened, because if it's happened, how many games of football are played on an average football pitch? They've definitely slid off the pitch before and collided into that wall and probably got hurt. And you would have thought at that point someone do we need that wall there? Can we shift it? Can we replace it with something? Can we put padding round it? Can we do something? You just thought someone with, a bit of common sense sometimes. And it's sad because that it's not, no one's actually logically thought to do it to hurt anyone. But it's definitely something that I'm sure, the player's family will be looking at and going, why was this not thought of? This is crazy. As a result of this, our lad is he's not here anymore. Very sad. Liam Manning, he was 21, no age. Behind the hoardings, there is concrete, apparently. Pup says, music chat that may seem controversial. The Stone Roses' Second Coming is far superior to the Stone Roses. Stone Roses' Second Coming? Stone Roses' second coming. What have they like released? Has he released new music or something that I've not been aware of? Ollie, are you going to go to the Barca game after this, did you say? Possibly, yeah, maybe. I'll see. I want to watch Barcelona. I want to see if Barcelona can turn it round because I've got so much riding on them tonight. Chimey, I'm always worried about that little slope just on the sidelines at Old Trafford. Yeah, it is a steep pitch at Old Trafford, isn't it? It's the same with Liverpool to a degree because we've had it at Anfield. Do you remember that fella? It was a few years ago. It was a bit of a... That was against Villa, wasn't it? Do you remember at Anfield? It was a big thing where like Liverpool player and I think it was Gabby Agbonlahor was sprinting towards the Kop. And the ball goes out for a goal kick. And the two players end up stopping just before the advertising horns. But Gabby Agbonlahor skids and flies over the top and lands. And I know from sitting on the, near the front of the Kop, it's just concrete. Just concrete floor there. And it's a decent old drop. I mean, it's not so much of a drop that it would be really, really dangerous, but it's enough of a drop that it could hurt him if he was to land awkward or, heaven forbid. But it is that stuff that clubs are going to have to start thinking about now, bearing this stuff in mind. Liam Manning, he was 21 and no age. That's it. 21. Bloody hell. Poor lad. Whole life ahead of him. Very sad. Reece Loftus Road looks dangerous along the pitch sides. No space in which to slow down. Yeah, Goodison was a little bit like that, wasn't it, as well? A lot of pitches that are quite tight to the advertising hoardings. I mean, to a degree, Giovanni Leone's injury wasn't caused by the advertising hoardings, but he did go off the pitch quite, forcefully down that side. Sancho not quite looking back to his best there, it has to be said. What time is it in the Barca game? 55 minutes on the clock. And what channel's Barca on? Is it on? I think it's on Premier Sports, isn't it, tonight? Yeah, Premier Sports. I'm gonna put Barca on after this. We'll do Barca. Why not? Hey, Oviedo 1, Barcelona 1. 55 minutes on the clock. Barcelona get back into it. Come on, Barca. Here's Villa. Chance. Hit it. Oh, have you missed it? Come on, Villa. Stood up to the far post. Too easy. Cameron Starr. Good evening, Cameron. How's things? Pup says the Stone Roses album with the lemon, everyone knows that one. Second Coming 94, one with lots of squares on the front. Couldn't tell you either. Honestly, and I love the Stone Roses enough to know songs, but I don't know albums. I don't know albums from anyone, if I'm dead honest. Maybe the Beatles. I could tell you Beatles titles and Beatles albums, but not. I don't really know any other albums. I reckon if you said to me, you can have £1 million if you can name 50 albums from anyone. Oh, I'd struggle. 50 albums from anyone at all, I would struggle. Because I'd do like the Beatles, I'd do Sgt. Pepper's, I'd do Thriller, probably Adele 21. What's the Story? Morning Glory was one by Oasis, wasn't it? I'm already getting into... honestly, I think maybe 10. I might even struggle with 10. I'm starting to think of like Best of. Can I get away with the best of? And now that's what I call Music 56 and all them. I'm crap with albums. I was always a singles guy. The singles guy. That's me. Razine, get in. Eric Garcia equalised. Good play by Araujo on the left wing. And Shelley, a few players have gone over those advertising boards at Goodison too. Dylan, would you do well on the game show Tenable if the topic was top 10 highest selling albums in UK history? No. No. Not at all. And I watch that. I do watch Tenable. And I'm usually quite good. I'm alright at Tenable, but I'm pretty... Yeah, I'd be crap at that. I'd be crap at that one. Mad Pope once bought an original copy of Abbey Road from a church jumble sale for 10p. Cameron Star, not too bad, mate. A United fan, so enjoying my midweek European football. Hey, listen. You'll be back. I keep saying this. I hope I'm wrong, but I keep saying this. People need to pipe down a little bit about United, because it's football is cyclical. It will happen again. United spend too much money and are too big of a club that they won't be back at some point. Whether it's under Amorim or under a different manager. And in fairness, I feel like I've been saying that now for about 10 years and it hasn't quite happened. But United are still massive. They'll always be massive, certainly in my lifetime. And I'm sure we will see United back in Europe before long. Sadly. Reese, did you see the Liverpool fan who said Ekatike is already better individually than Henry? No, I didn't. I tend to cleanse my timeline of absolute morons. You're lucky you're still on there, to be honest. I've seen some of the guff that you've posted in the last few days. Clarky, the Stone Roses are better than Oasis. No, they're not. No, they're not. Come on. Liam Manning, even with cities, you have them holes where the cameras are. That's true, actually. Yeah, I've not seen that. Reese's Footy Feed. I don't think he will ever be back to his best, will he? I just think he had a prolonged purple patch at Dortmund, and that spot shot him to fame. It's like he's trying to catch a crisp packet in the wind ever since. Love that analogy. Trying to catch a crisp packet in the wind. Yeah, I've heard similar analogies with football around crisps. I'm sure someone said he couldn't trap a pack of quavers once. I always use that. I quite like that. But yeah, Jadon Sancho's not maybe the player that we thought he was. Which is sad, because at one point everyone thought he was like the next big thing. Dylan Barton. Oh, sorry, Cameron. I'm fairly happy with the summer and start to the season, in fairness. United, you really? You're quite happy with the start to the season? Grimsby? Really? You've got us soon. That's going to be a giggle. Make sure you stick around if you've not already. Make sure you give us a follow and a sub, because we'll be watching Liverpool against United. So it'd be good to have a United fan on the channel. We have got Chimey, one of our regulars who's a United fan. He comes in from time to time. We like him a lot, unless he's talking shite about United. But we could do with another United fan in. So yeah, give us a like. It's always welcome if you can stick around. Reece just trying to get me daily rage baiting, and United usually put up a game against Liverpool. Salzburg 0, Porto 1. Oh, everything's coming up, Millhouse. William, I'm watching the La Liga game. It's a good game. I need Barca win. I desperately need Barca win. Dylan, I love the way Tenable and Tipping Point are kind of easy and you can win like 10 grand, and then there's goddamn Pointless where the average prize money is 1,250. A bit crap. I'll be there, United in my blood. Yeah, what's the other one? What's that one that... I forget his name now. He's been on Would I Lie to You loads, but I can't remember his name. It's a TV show. My mum watches it all the time. Whenever I pick my mum up from work, I'll drop her off, and she'll say, "Oh, do you want a brew?" And I'll go on. I'll have a brew. Why not? And then she sits and she puts this show on all the time. It's on in like the middle of the day, and it's forget his name now. Adil. Is it Adil Rami? No, Adil Rami's an ex-Valencia defender. It's definitely Adil. Adil someone. Is it +5, Shelley? It might be that. Is that the one word? It's just it's. Is it 4 letters or 5? It's 5 letters, isn't it? It might be +5. It's not Lee Mack. No, it's not Lee Mack. I know who Lee Mack is. I'm sure his name's Adil. It's always on in the middle of the day. But I'm quite good at that. I'm alright at words, would you believe, for a guy who talks shite on YouTube for a living. Jamie, no way, my bets are coming in 1-1. Have Leon equalised? Oh, don't say Leon. No, they've not, have they? Oh, Ferencvaros. Did you have Ferencvaros? Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I thought it was Leon. I just need Barca now. I'm going to have to turn Barcelona on. Dylan, best game show is 1,000% golden balls. I haven't seen golden balls apart from on the YouTube clips. Villa with the ball in. Corner. Oh, it's going to be out. It's going to be another goal kick. Is it Lingo Key? I honestly don't know the title of the show. It's a blue background and it's basically just Adil something. And you have to guess words. He doesn't tell you what the word is. He says like starts with P and it's a 5-letter word and people will go parts. And then it might have an R in it in the middle. In the same spot. So the R will go green and then someone will guess party. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's lingo. Right, well, there you go. If it's lingo, then yeah. My mum likes lingo. So I tend to watch a little bit of that if I've just picked it up from work. And she says, do you want a brew? I'll say, go on, I'll have a brew. I sit down and she puts that on. Shelley, the +5 was extra time key. I thought it was called +5. That would have been a cool name for it. Villa are in. Chance. Oh, claim for a penalty. You're not getting that. You're never getting that. Liam, my son plays something similar on his tablet called Wordle. Adil Ray, that's the one. Adil Ray. Utrecht 0, Leon 1. Villa very close to winning this one. I am going to put Barcelona against Real Oviedo. I'll put Barcelona Real Oviedo on after this. Oh my God, what a save from Bezo. Unbelievable save right at the end of this game. Huge chance for Bologna. Oh. And all of a sudden now Villa on the counter and the ref blows up. Wow, that was a massive end to this game. A massive save from Marco Bezo, the Villa goalkeeper, keeping Villa in it right at the very end. What a worldie that was. An absolute worldie. Great save, it has to be said. Right, let's get Barcelona on. Come on. Right, here we go. Let's get Barca on. Stuttgart 2, Celta Vigo 1. That one's finished. Right, here we go. Let's get it on. Real Oviedo, Barcelona. Right. We're on. Real Oviedo, Barcelona. Let's have it. Let's have it. Barca coming forward. Get in the box. Rafinha off, Lewandowski on, says Liam. Salzburg 0, Porto 1. Okay, let me change the scoreboard. Rondon up front for Oviedo, are they really? Pup says, trying to channel my old man's bad luck, went to pee, then refilled the stein, still 1-0. And Shelley, haven't watched a quiz show since Blockbusters. Have a pee, please, Bob. Pup, badum-dum, Dylan says, Barca conceded. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't be winding me up. I need a Barca goal, not a Barca concede. Ball in. Header! Oh, what a goal from Lewandowski! Get in there! What an absolutely unbelievable goal that is. Oh, what a play it is. Do you know what? We underplay it sometimes, don't we? What a fabulous player this guy is. Oh, he's so good. That's an incredible header. Great ball in as well, it has to be said. Some ball in from the right-hand side and just bang off the bar. Great header. Robert Lewandowski in the final stages of his career in Europe, you might say, but still just absolutely unbelievable. Top striker. Who is it who puts the ball in here? Oh, you're not saving that. You just don't save those. Oh, great header. Reese's Footy Feed. I'm going to see Feeder this time next week. Remember them? Just a day. Of course I do. Yeah, love a bit of Feeder. Do you know what? I only realised the other day. So my little girl absolutely loves... what they called now? It's the new Spider-Man, The Adventures of Spider-Man, or whatever. The animated series, right? She absolutely loves it. And I didn't realise, my missus knew, but the theme tune came on, and I was like, so that sounds like Fall Out Boy, that. Really sounds like Fall Out Boy. And my missus was like, yeah, it is. I was like, what? Fall Out Boy? The Fall Out Boy are singing the adventures, the animated adventures of Spider-Man or whatever. And she was like, yeah. And now, I put it on for her because I can't stop. Every time it comes on, I'm there jiving. It's your friendly neighborhood spider. It's well good. Wow. It's honestly, it's the most... If you've watched... I wasn't massively into Fall Out Boy, I'll be honest. But I do remember This Ain't a Scene and all that sort of stuff. I remember the songs coming out. And they've got a very distinctive sound, haven't they? So you knew... A little bit like, what's his name? What's the guy with the Albanian? They were Albanians, and they sang. Got a very distinctive voice. Always knew you were a Barca fan ever since last week. Has Russell Martin been sacked yet? Not quite yet. No. Pup says, think Andrew Kavanagh will be giving Russell his P45 soon. Oh, it's happening. Yeah, it's definitely happening. Jules Koundé coming on here. Martin off, Koundé on. Not Disturbed. No. What are they called? It's the ones who sing. Wake up. You wanted to. That one. You know what I mean? I'm not making a good example of myself. You wanted to. I don't think you trust. Yeah, not that one. I'm not gonna do it. Who sang it though? Chop Suey by System of a Down. Yeah, System of a Down, that's the one. System of a Down, William, you know. Limp Bizkit. No, it's not Limp Bizkit. Yeah. The lead singer of System of a Down has got a very, very distinctive voice. Very similar to Fall Out Boy. And I'm sure they're Armenian. Major trouble if I start calling people who are Albanian Armenian, and vice versa. Yeah, Serge Tankian, the lead singer. Yo, Key, how you been, mate? Says Taylor. I've been good, man. How are you? More importantly, I'm very good. Joe, don't start, mate. All hell will break loose. Why? What's he said? Easy win Sunday for you lot. Yeah, oh, here we go. The mind games have started between Arsenal and Newcastle. William, I'm going to do a drummer cover with you singing that song. A drum cover. Let's do it. What, of Chop Suey? Reese's Footy Feed. That was System of a Down. Yeah, that's the one. What was the other one they sang? There's Chop Suey and... BYOB. Barbarism, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that one's wicked. Toxicity as well, yeah. Toxicity's another absolute classic. Yeah, I'm going to have a listen to that. I'm driving back after this, so I might have a listen to that. I might be at like 11 o'clock at night tonight, driving back, and absolutely rage into Toxicity. Fist pumping all the way down the dual carriageway. Taylor says, better if Chelsea win. Do you think Chelsea will win? Who've Chelsea got this weekend, actually? Who are Chelsea playing? Who are Chelsea playing? I need to do my predictions. It's Friday tomorrow. I need to sort my predictions videos out. I'll do a prediction video tomorrow. That's the one. Toxicity, Mad Pup. Just switched over to Barca. Don't think I have the strength to watch the greeting. Razine De Jong substitutions. Clearly a difference maker. I might have to cash out here, to be honest. I've not got a lot of faith in Barcelona to win me the game. They're struggling here, Barca. They are struggling. I don't care what anyone says. They're definitely struggling. Joe, Key, I urge you the fire starter. Prodigy dance in the Tesco bagging area. And Taylor, we've got Brighton. Okay, Brighton. Is it Brighton away? No, it'd be Brighton at Stamford Bridge, won't it, as well? William, I feel like Sunderland could nick it. Forest away. Tough. Very tough. Right, I'm cashing that one. I'll take that. Because that keeps me on a level playing field. And then we'll keep them other ones going. Reese, I saw you in Little Car Park playing Darude Sandstorm from your car. Yeah, that was me. That was me, alright. Darude Sandstorm. Hit it! Oh, unlucky. Again, Lewandowski. Just going it from everywhere, isn't he? What a player. What an absolute player he is. Hassan Hersey, Chelsea playing Brighton this weekend at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, I need to do this weekend's predictions. Does anyone want to help me out? I will do a video on them, but I figure, should we go through them now? Game week 6, Premier League, and we can go through the games and we can see what we think. Game week 6 fixtures. Right, so Brentford Man United. Brentford Man United, what do we think? Home, draw or away? We don't need to do scores. Don't bother with scores, just tell me home, draw or away. Brentford against United, what do we think? Reese's Footy Feed says, pop punk is my biggest genre altogether. You think so to look at me dressed like a scally, mostly because it's comfy for me. But then again, I do like some scouse house and bounce and not just about the mix on the decks. Nice. I was going to say, I'm quite eclectic as well. I can rave with the best of them. I used to have some Wigan. I think I've still got some Wigan Pier on my playlist. So I quite like all that stuff, but I can... Got some old classical rock. You know, I've got Metallica's on there. I've got System of a Down. I've got pop stuff. Do you know what I really like as well? Absolutely love some like classical, which again I know you wouldn't look at me to think it, or you wouldn't think it to look at me. You wouldn't look and think, you know what, Key, very very cultured guy, incredibly cultured. But yes. Andre Rieu. That is my dream in life. I'd love to go to an Andre Rieu outdoor concert in Maastricht and listen to the Andre Rieu Orchestra. I'd love it. I'd love it if I could do that. Shelley, last concert I went to was Ocean Colour Scene and I had a seizure. Was towards the end though. Ocean Colour Scene, another great band. Day We Caught the Train. Whoa, nah, I'm not going to sing. Hassan, Brentford win over United, says Hassan, okay. Brentford win, says D28, Lisha, United win, what a surprise. William says Brentford win. Taylor, have you been watching the Barca game, Keith? I'm doing the Barca game now. I've just switched it over. Villa finished, even though I've still got the clock on. Someone's not told me rather, to stop the clock for the Villa game. Michael, has the game finished? It has now, yeah. I kept the clock running. I'm sorry. I kept the clock running. Right, okay, so we think Brentford. Right, let's do the next one. Who else have we got this weekend? Chelsea-Brighton. I feel like Chelsea-Brighton... I'm going to go... I'm going to go for a Brighton draw there. I think Brighton can get something at Stamford. Chelsea are all over the place at the minute. So I'm going to go for a draw. I think Brighton can get something there. They've started the season all right. Palace, Liverpool. I want to back my team. Of course I want to back my team. But I feel like if there is a place where we're going to drop points, it's going to be somewhere like Selhurst Park. And yeah, Selhurst Park's a really tough place to go. They've been they're unbeaten this season. They've been unbeaten for such a long time. Very, very difficult side to beat. If Liverpool do go there and win, then I have never been more confident of anything that we're going to win the title. Never been more confident of anything. But, you know, we've got to go down there and lay down a marker, and to do so without Ekatike, just because of some stupid nonsense from him, some ridiculous decision that he made. We're now not going to have Ekatike, and we've just got to hope that Alexander Isak's able to pull us out the mud. But no, I do think that he's going to be really important, and I'm going to say Liverpool draw. I'm going to say 1-1. Palace 1, Liverpool 1. Leeds, Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth. Liam, I know you're a big Leeds fan, Liam, but I can't look past Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been brilliant. Started the season really well. I think they should have beat Newcastle the other day. They deserve to win that one, in my opinion. But I'd go for Bournemouth to win that one, 2-1. City, Burnley. Reece, again. I feel like City will wipe the floor with Burnley, maybe 3 or 4-0. Forest, Sunderland's the late kick-off on Saturday. Again, I'll go for a draw in that one. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'll go 1-1. And then on to Sunday's games. You've got Spurs, Wolves. Oh no, late game. Spurs, Wolves is an 8 o'clock on Saturday night. I didn't know that. Oh, that one's going to be tight then as well. I'll back Spurs, but I feel like Wolves are coming into their own a little bit. That result against Everton midweek might just help them. And I really think a Rockadari... Did you see a Rockadari's finish against Everton, by the way? What a player he looks. Really talented player, a Rockadari. I like him a lot, so I think he might do okay. And if a Rockadari can keep his form, and Strand Larsen can step up and all that sort of stuff, Wolves might be able to get something at Spurs. But I'm not going to back him. I'm going to back Spurs winning that one. Villa, Fulham. That's got 0-0 all over it. That has got 0-0 all over it. Unai Emery doesn't want to lose. So I'm going to go for 0-0 in that one. Newcastle, Arsenal. Oh, I want to say 1-1, but I think it's going to be 1-0 Arsenal. I think Arsenal pinch it. I think it's a tight game and Arsenal pinch it. And then it's Everton, West Ham on Monday night. And I can't keep sitting on the fence, can I? I feel like West Ham can cause Everton problems. I know Everton can cause West Ham problems, but it just feels like the mood around Everton has changed in the last week. It's just shifted ever so slightly. And, you know, Everton need to get that win. They need to bounce back because... And this has come from Everton fans themselves saying that the good vibe around the club, the good mood around the club has kind of dissipated a little bit, which is really sad because they started the season so well, but it just looks like maybe they're getting into a bit of a rut. Apparently there's an issue selling tickets as well. Some of the tickets are remaining unsold for the game on Monday night. Which, as you get into winter, down by the docks, It's very cold down there. Monday night, I can totally understand why they're not quite able to sell those out. But, you know, especially if the team aren't playing so well, it makes it a lot harder, doesn't it? To justify paying big money to go and watch your team play shit on a Monday night. So, Everton really need to step up. Moyes really needs a big victory. Or just any 3 points. A 1-0 I think they'd be quite happy with, but they need a win against West Ham. Because if Graham Potter somehow manages to get even a point, would feel morale sapping, wouldn't it? If Everton were to draw with West Ham. They need to be winning games like that. So, I'm going to go for a West Ham win. I'm going to go for a West Ham win. It feels very Graham Potter that West Ham managed to nick it there. So I'm going to go for a surprise Monday Night Football West Ham away win 2-1 at Everton. That's what I'm going to go for. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Hassan Hersey says Liverpool to win over Palace, and Reese's Footy Feed says Chelsea will narrowly win over Brighton. Hassan, Bournemouth will win over Leeds, and Reese, Liverpool, Palace's record just can't carry on much longer. Pup, on the train into work today, was listening to Beethoven, not the Big Dog, Symphony No. 9, Movement No. 4. Felt like planning a corporate heist. There's so many I could talk to you about. I love listening to them. Love listening to them. Do you know what my alarm is? My alarm's Debussy. I have Debussy waking me up every single morning. It's my most favourite. Shelley, boo, we need to win. Is that Eric Bailly? Is it Eric Bailly? It is Eric Bailly on the floor. I didn't even know Eric Bailly was playing for Real Oviedo. Don't think he could have done anything about Lewandowski's goal, mind. What we saying on TikTok? Sorry, Alicia. Arokadari, what a name, by the way. Barca corner. Araujo 3-1. There you go. Barcelona have won it. Great ball in, and Araujo with the header, and there it is. Barcelona 3-1. Liam Manning, right, I'm off now. KC tomorrow. If you're doing the West Brom game, have a good evening. I am, mate. Yeah, take it easy. And I'll see you tomorrow. Put beautiful right onto the penalty spot. Great ball in. Right, well, I think that is the game settled. So, I'm going to shoot off now. I'm going to be back tomorrow night for West Brom against Leicester. That's the next game we're doing on the channel. I'll be live for West Brom against Leicester tomorrow night. Hopefully you join me. If not, have a wonderful Friday night. I'll maybe see you at some point over the weekend. I'm live for Brentford, Man United at 12:30 on Saturday. I'm live for Liverpool Palace at 3 PM on Saturday. And I'll be live on Sunday as well. But lots of love. Thank you everyone that's been in the live tonight. Thank you everyone that's commented. Lots of love. Really, really nice to see everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your families are all good and everything. And life's going well for you. I will see you all tomorrow.